We were friends, bro. I've been so nice to you lately.
Lately. This is for past stuff, past traumas you put me through.
Bro, you Peruvian necktied me 8 years ago.
Talk about holding a grudge.
Anytime someone gets
8 years ago, bro.
anytime someone gets a front head on me and then like I feel thigh on the back of my neck, I just fucking stand up.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, the Peruvian necktie, I feel like it's such an underused position.
It really is.
Not by Andrew Craig.
No, that's one that like I did, a decade ago, and then it was like forgot about it, and then you start hitting it again, and you're like, oh.
What did you? Well, hold on though. Did you start hitting it again because I brought it up?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh wait, I'm really
started
good at
looking for
this.
that, yeah.
Because so the thing is you have long legs, you have long arms, and you have a very strong back.
Yeah.
So whenever you like put the boot on or a kickstart or whatever we're calling it now, because you train at 10th Planet, then like there's that that thing you're very good at.
It's stoner guard or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the names.
That being said,
I don't know if he trains at 10th Planet. He teaches striking there.
All that being said,
I don't know what it's
10th
called.
Planet. If you're looking to do no-gi jiu-jitsu, 10th Planet Austin, Curtis, Gabe, and Benetti, and even Kamoy. Like
they're all very good.
Yeah,
very good. And they have you'll learn a whole bunch of different names for jiu-jitsu moves.
But more importantly than that, if you want to learn how to fight,
go to someone else besides Andrew. I'm just joking. Magnus, that guy.
Oh man.
Yeah, what's up with that scary guy? Also, his name's dope.
Yeah, his name's very cool. Grew up in Alaska, in like
fighting. He
started jiu-jitsu
fighting polar bears?
very young.
Was he the American Khabib?
No, he was.
Was he fighting polar bears as a child?
There were no apex predators involved, but he did grow up doing like heavy manual labor. So he's worked and built shit his whole life.
He got farm strength.
He's got farm strength.
Wrestler too, though, right?
He's
got
wrestler, state champion wrestler in Alaska. Has done jiu-jitsu far longer than he's wrestled. He's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's really solid. He's got good guard. Yeah, big time. So the striking thing is like the last thing that we're rounded out on Sean.
Although he looks like from the clip that I guess it was the whole fight. Yeah. Like the walkout was longer than the fight.
Yeah.
If you were the guy that fought him, I'm sorry, bro. Like I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying.
The guy that fought him was one of the top amateurs. Yeah, in the state, 4-0.
Yeah, is my boy gonna go pro now or no?
Take a little. I mean, he's had 3 fights and they're for a combined less than 3 minutes at this point.
Wow.
So we're gonna.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we're gonna keep him rocking and rolling for at least this year. Get more AMI fights and then maybe pro in 2025. He's got a little more work to do on the striking, and I would like to see him challenged. Although we just got an offer for his next fight for the title, and I'm like, he's gonna run through this guy too.
So with that, like, I've taught or coached people, and I was involved in like I fought amateur, then went pro. Like winning's awesome, but I always felt like it's best to go through the full gamut of like experience as an amateur before you go pro. Like
it's just tough for some guys. They're so good, like myself and my guy Sean.
It's moving too fast.
Yeah, so you want to I don't want anyone to lose, but it's nice to suffer like everything.
And it's nice to get it done.
The problem though is my man might not lose.
Yeah, exactly.
There's got to be an amateur out there to beat him.
Right. I mean, he does really well with all of our high-level pros. Like he'll still get hit on the feet a little more than I would like, but that's just natural. He's still learning that. He's not there yet.
I have a question. So I don't want to try to get anyone in trouble. So I know that they can't receive money, but do they still give you like free bar and stuff afterwards?
We got out of there, but it was cool. In my experience, no.
Yeah.
The bartenders have no idea that you just fought. Yeah, that's not.
Bro, that's all we would get gas money when I was an amateur. Like, so they give you like, depending on how far you were coming from, you get like $40 like gas money, and then like they would be like, hey, like here's a wristband.
So slightly more than UFC fighters get paid.
Yeah. So here's a wristband.
Coach Andrew's paying for gas.
Oh no,
damn. My car is just it's a glorified minivan.
Nice.
Toyota. Shout out Toyota Highlander. Solid vehicle.
Yeah, hell of a machine.
I transport all the boys in that. I'm just the soccer mom, dude. And
so they don't give you guys gas money or nothing?
Dude, no. Come on. This is a pure sport. We don't need money. We're not doing it for that, okay?
What the?
We're doing it for the glory.
I at least wanted gas money.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I haven't actually thought about that. It hasn't been an issue.
Yeah, like
but I should probably check into that.
Yeah, just
However,
Andrew's not the manager. He just
yeah. No, so listen.
no, I do a bit of managing, just not very well.
Do they give you guys at least a hotel room?
We get a hotel room, but this past time, me, Kyle, our other coach, and Sean just stayed at my parents' house.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's better that way. But
So we like to do like when we have a big group fighting in Houston, wherever it is, we'll get a big Airbnb because I wasn't doing that towards the end of my UFC career, and I was like, why haven't I been doing this the whole time? You have your own kitchen,
it's
and
probably cheaper too.
Because
You get
Airbnbs
a-
weren't a thing
dude,
yet, Andrew.
That's true.
shit. Yeah,
Hey, what the fuck? Why'd you give him nucks when he made fun of you? But I make fun of you every day. I don't get anything except
this
for
was just
these
so much
looks
more
like you want to
loving. I
kick me
could
in the
tell.
head. Yeah, every time I make fun of you, I just get this look, and I'm like, oh, Andrew's in that mode that he gets in every second round of every UFC fight he's ever had. He wants to kick me in the fucking head, and I sit back guard.
Dude, so Sean did actually make some money on this fight. We're in the locker room after the fight, and this guy comes up. He goes, "Hey, Sean, I'm Eric the Defender." So he's a
wrestling pro?
trial lawyer in Houston. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of stuff he does, like
Yeah.
DWI or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, he goes, "I've got to deal with anybody who has a finish on my logo in the cage," because Sean pounded this dude out
Yeah.
right on top of this guy's logo.
Oh, damn.
Boom, $500 cash.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super cool.
What-
So, as a good manager, I took my cut.
What organization was it?
Fury.
Eric puts on the best fights, bro.
It was all amateur card, which was great because it gives all those guys a platform to compete
Yeah.
on. But we were pretty late in the card, and amateurs are a lot of them are very bad still. So there were no finishes.
Oh,
And then there were
no.
2 finishes right before Sean's fight, both third round rear naked chokes. So anyway, I thought he was gonna be fighting at like 3:00, 3:30, and it was about a 5:00 fight.
The thing that I always hated about like when you fight MMA like at a show, like there's no showers. And then you're like, man, I feel gross, but I want to go to the bar and there's pretty girls around.
That's what the hotel room is for,
And you're
right?
like,
So you can go shower.
but you can't make it back. I always fought later on the card because I was awesome. So like, so I was
You're
like,
at the tail end.
you know what I wish they had back in the day? Defense wipes.
Defense.
It would have been nice to be able to
Would've
get
been
some
nice.
defense wipes after I got done fighting, but I had no idea that. Well, I guess I knew about them, but they didn't have defense wipes back then.
No doubt. Yeah.
So it would have been nice if you want to get some defense wipes and put them in your bag just in case you have a fight and there's no showers. Go ahead and use SDR 15, get you 15% off.
Crushed it. I love watching after Hero Jiu-Jitsu, Tim will take like
Perfect.
him and whoever else is out there with him to the outdoor shower, the hose,
Yeah, so I actually,
and then just hit the defense wipes.
yeah. So the funny part about that is that it's right outside my door now.
Yeah.
Because I got. So have you
You
ever
said
seen?
you were kind of looking through the window.
He
last
watches
time.
through
Yeah.
the blind. Just
Yeah, 100%.
They're gonna have to send one of those like big tubs that like come out of the thing, so you could just shower out there now.
Yeah. So here's
Skip the wipes.
Here's the problem though.
just use the soap.
Like
yeah.
I've been moved. Like I was in the coach's office,
Yeah.
but it's weird in there and lonely.
You decided to leave the coach's office. To be fair,
Hold on, don't take this away from me, okay? Again, have my back, bro. Once ever on the podcast, have my back. So I
that
moved
ruins
into
all the fun of it.
I moved into yours and Justin Jones' office. Justin Jones, he's no longer with us.
What was the coach's office?
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's alive. He's alive. And then it was me and Nick, and then they moved Nick to another office, and then I got lonely, but then they moved a lot of the production stuff in there. So now they were like, "Hey, do you want to stay in here?" But there wasn't enough room. People were putting stuff on my desk, so I was like, "All right, fine. I don't want to be in here anymore." So then I moved back here, and then people was like, "Hey, we're gonna share desks." Like, bro. Like I feel like on Office Space was that dude who
Milton.
Stapler.
Yeah, Milton. They take his stapler.
He's just in the basement by
Yeah,
the end of it.
yeah. He's like, I'll burn this.
Building on fire.
That's so they just like keep. We're just gonna need to push you
Yeah.
back a few.
Pretty soon, that
inches.
shower out there's gonna be a picnic table, and that's where my office is gonna be.
Well, I don't know why you're even complaining. I have no office. I've been moved around.
Bro,
several times.
you're in Tim's office more than you're in any other play. Like that's
Because I don't have anywhere else to go.
yeah. Well, you can share half of that desk.
I might do that.
That's a
You're
giant
only
desk.
here once a day, though, once a week, so it doesn't really matter.
I'm only here one time a day.
Yeah, once a week. Although
8 hours.
I will say this: though. I've seen you a lot this week. I saw you yesterday.
Yeah, no, I'm here more than you are. That's for sure.
There's no way, bro.
Yeah.
Bro. There's no way. Tomorrow I'll be here from 9 until 8 o'clock at night.
Okay, well, with the exception of Thursday, am I right, Nick? Come on.
For sure. Also, that's
Tuesdays.
by your choice.
Yeah, because I love jujitsu. I also love you guys. There you go.
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Feeling a little slow right now. Let me crank this up. My good friends from Ketone IQ.
How about you talking to the microphone?
Not an ad.
Yeah.
There's non-spawn content.
Non-spawn con.
What a
Non-spawn con.
what a fucking child. They also sent a box of that stuff for Heroes Jiu-Jitsu, so
Yeah.
it's very nice of them.
We like them. We're fans.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I want to, but
Andrew loves it.
yeah.
I do like it.
Are you
Good stuff
keto,
in
bro?
here, huh?
Yeah, I'm keto.
He's not keto.
No, I'm not keto.
Did you try one of those bars that we got? Andrew's been trying.
We're not gonna bash them. Those bars are delicious.
They are good.
Don't say it anymore.
No one was.
Don't say a word.
No one was bashing
Yeah.
it.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, delicious.
Yeah.
Like
In
people.
fact,
people
I
have
think
to,
you should prove how good they are by eating one on air.
Right now.
We don't have. Did you bring one?
No.
pull that pocket.
we
right
messed
here.
up on that.
Yeah.
We messed up on that. And no, people have to literally like wrestle them out of Andrew's hands. They're
Yeah.
very desirable.
They're that
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I actually foot swept him and took it from him earlier.
Yeah.
You don't know. It was a low single, and you know it.
I mean, you're right.
had to wrestle him.
So besides Magnus,
Yeah.
fucking Viking child.
Yeah.
Who else do you have that's like up and coming?
All right, so Devin Dixon just fought a couple of weeks ago. He's a
Double
pro.
D?
Double D, baby.
That's dope.
And so Devin was
Also, this is a Dixon flannel.
4-1-1 or
Suck it,
5-1-1
nerd.
when he came to us. He came from Killcliff off of a ACL injury. And so he just had his first fight in a while against a 4-0 dude in Fury. This guy's awesome.
Pro
Bruce
or amateur?
Pro.
Pro. Oh,
Yeah.
so he came from because that was what it was. It used to be Rufus Sport or whatever.
No, it was Black Zillions to Sanford to now Killcliff.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, the other South Florida one.
Yeah.
And he's another guy. He's like
Rufus
in his
Sports.
mid-20s. Rufus Sports in Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's right. My bad.
He's another guy that's been doing it since he was, like a little kid. He's mid-20s, been training MMA since he was 11 years old or something.
Not for, you're saying.
Not for. Had a tough first
Amateur.
round, but came back and choked this guy unconscious. Like the top guy, 155 in Fury, and he beat him. So he's kind of on that short list to win another fight and go contender series.
Yeah, so that's that thing about that Fury, like because it's on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah.
It 100% now is a feeder organization.
big time.
If you're not trying to get on Fury right now, like you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Because
And-
Eric is doing everything with the UFC. Because it's what, like UFC Fight Pass Invitational. It's Fury. It's fucking Fury Jiu-Jitsu. It's Submission Hunter. It's everything.
Yeah, and so Eric started his promotion back in the day when Legacy was still the hot stuff in Houston, but Eric was just doing an amateur promotion. Mick Maynard sold Legacy. Legacy joined with RFA, became LFA. Mick Maynard went to the UFC to become a matchmaker there. Left a huge vacuum in Houston. Eric filled in on that one, and
Started putting on MMA and Jiu-Jitsu.
yeah, so now he's crushing it. Has all the guys going to the Matt Schnell, Adrian Yanez, a lot of big names going from there to the UFC.
Also might be the busiest guy besides Dana White. It might be Dana White and then Eric. Because he has a show, whether it's MMA or Jiu-Jitsu, every week.
Yeah, and somehow he's still the coolest customer.
Yeah, and he takes care of I've never had a problem. There's been some organizations where I was promised something. I didn't even get close to that.
Yeah.
Eric's like, here's this and more.
Well, I've seen promoters just, shit starts to hit the fan. They start losing fights. Weigh-ins are running late. Doctors are running late. Whatever it is, the commission does something, and they just start to lose it. And they're they're a total head case. I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Mick Maynard, Eric Garcia, Dana White, all cool, calm, collected.
So you know how I met Eric?
How?
So this was like his first Submission Hunter, like grappling show. And I was sitting on my back porch drinking. I used to smoke too. I don't anymore, but I used to smoke. So I was smoking a cigarette, drinking like Jameson on the rocks.
Cool. Very
yeah,
cool.
yeah. At night, just hanging out. And I have my phone, and I get a message on fucking I think Facebook, and it was like, hey, I heard that you're really good and you'll just grapple anybody, and I was like, yeah, what's up, dude? Like, who
You
is
touch
this?
my ego. I'll hear you out.
Well, I do that. I didn't even like. He was like, do you want to do a submission only match in like 3 weeks, or it was like 2 weeks? I was like, yeah. And then I was like, he's like, I'll get you a hotel room, blah blah blah, whatever. It's like, all right, cool, I'll be there. And then it was like a silence. It was like, do you want to know who you're grappling? I go, it doesn't matter.
You don't want to know how much I'll pay you? Nah.
Yeah.
I said hotel room, right?
yeah.
That's a huge bump from.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was gi or no gi.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Who was it? What was the match?
It was no gi. But
No-gi.
it was the main event on his very first show against one of the Gracie Baja dudes in Houston, because they have all those schools.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I like the kid was. It went to a decision, but like it was I dominated.
Yeah, nice.
So it was cool. But then like, here's the deal. I do know this. If you're in Houston, you're fighting a Gracie Baja guy. There's a whole bunch of Gracie Baja guys around your size. You're gonna fight another one of them. And it's gonna be like so. The first was Nogi, and then I fought this guy named Pedro
Mourinho?
Arujo,
Oh, okay.
who was also a savage.
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah. And he was like, they were like, you're fighting him, gi, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And at the time, the girl that I was dating broke up with me because I was cutting weight. And I was an asshole. And then I fought that dude the next day, and I don't get submitted at all. He submitted the fuck out of me.
What was in your head? Or he's just that good?
He's that good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take it away from him. He got me, but yeah, maybe a little bit in the head, but really like he sat guard and went straight like foot locks and heel hook, like let go of my feet.
Yeah.
Are like my Achilles heel. If you have to like grapple me anytime in the future and you touch my legs, I'll probably tap. I got knees like a 70-year-old woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he sat back. He went rear naked choke grip on like the Achilles lock, and it was quick.
Ooh,
Yeah. But yeah, Eric's awesome. And again, he always takes care of me. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about him. I asked but there was a card in San Antonio. It's like, hey, will you put my little brother on? He's like, what belt? He was like, he's a blue belt. He's like, yep, I'll put him on.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. They sent him his Instagram. He hit him up the next day, had a match for him.
So yeah, he's been great for me and my guys and just putting them on. And it helps to have a good squad that he feels comfortable doing that with. We've got 5 guys fighting March 22nd in San Antonio.
Gonna be a busy guy.
Yeah, we got a couple pros, a couple Amis. One of our amateurs is going pro. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me. It'll be a good time.
So who are the MMA coaches at?
It's me, Kyle Howard. Kyle's a guy that originally from California and ended up moving to Dallas way back when he trained with Johnny Hendricks and that crew because he was a wrestler. Quickly became like a really good kickboxer.
Big Rig Steakhouse, dog.
Yeah, we call him Red. Trained a lot with Razak Al-Hassan, who's in the UFC right now. So yeah, he came over to us a couple of years ago. Badass, awesome. He's like a awesome pad man and has a good mind for the game. Good wrestler as well. And then Jason Rivera is our boxing coach, and he helps out a lot with our guys. He's got some of the slickest boxing I've ever been around. And then I'm kind of handling the head coach position. We got some guys teaching wrestling and stuff like that. But it's for the most part, it's mostly me and Kyle and Jason.
Nice. Do you guys? So there's only so many hours in the day, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys
I've heard that.
Do you guys
Accurate.
push them to do like because 10th Planet's jiu-jitsu? Do you guys like, hey, like you'll do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday is like the MMA stand-up type stuff, which I'm sure you'll show some jiu-jitsu too, and then the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday go to the jiu-jitsu classes.
I've got a clear directions with my guys that they can't just be coming to spar or coming to mixed martial arts practice. Like the fundamentals in each of the singular disciplines is so important. So if their jab sucks, I'm going to get on them, right? They can't come to MMA practice with a shitty jab and a bad double leg and like a shitty triangle, right? You got to learn all those individually and get good at them and then be able to come to MMA and put it all together.
So what you're doing is learning from your mistakes. Because your double leg, trash, bro.
This guy is, you know what? I see Dana White on Howie Mandel the other day.
All that being said.
Yeah, no.
Also,
honestly, a lot of
my
people
jab
say,
sucks.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, dude, you must have so much to teach him." I'm like, "Yeah, about what not to do."
Yeah, but listen, that's the best. Like,
It's very valuable.
yeah, and
It's called wisdom.
Yeah.
Also, though, like if you think about like everything that you've done and been through, like in the game, like if people aren't like taking everything you say to heart, like it's a problem, right? Because like you came up when it was very, very difficult to come up. Like there was no fucking Contender Series.
Right.
You're either gonna make it to the UFC because you got found, or you're gonna go on the Ultimate Fighter, get stuck in a house for 30 days.
Yeah, exactly. I've been helping these guys, like not just like how to approach training, the mindset, but also the business side of it, because I didn't do squat. I mean, we had Facebook and Twitter was becoming a thing. I think Instagram was on the tail end of the UFC, so I didn't really do much via social media. And if you're not pumping yourself up via social media and you're not just absolutely starching people in fights, the UFC is not going to push you at all.
Yeah.
Like they want a fire that's already built and they're going to throw some jet fuel on it.
Yeah.
Right?
So Colton told me,
Yeah.
because on the Ultimate, he's like, hey, he's like, we were talking, and he was like, do you have Twitter? I go, no. He's like, get a Twitter and make it like something super simple that has to do with like MMA or like jiu-jitsu or something, because they're gonna show it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, also he's like, when we were in the house, like everybody was like, oh, this sucks being trapped in the house. He was like, bro, I've deployed before. This is great. He was like, it was like a cheat code for him, because everybody else was like
so
going
nice.
stir crazy. He was
Yeah.
like, it's fine. Train twice a day, if I get
Get
free
eat
food.
whatever you want. Right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Be way worse.
I've been telling my guys a lot about just that side of things. Hey man, build your social up as much as you can. Create as much content. Promoters care about that. That sells tickets. Promoters want you to sell tickets. The other thing with it is management. For so long, I had these shitty managers that I was paying money to, and they weren't doing anything. They weren't getting big endorsements. I was paying money out of like, I might lose the fight, and I'm still having to pay them fight money. I got fight of the night basically from getting like concussed twice in a night in a fight, and then they take a piece of your 50K after doing nothing. So I fired them. I did the rest on my own, and I'm kind of telling my guys similar stuff. You can work a lot of your own endorsement deals, or find a manager that will only take money from deals that he brings in and none of your fight money.
Yeah.
And so that's been big for my guys as well.
I think that last one would be super valuable, because now this dude's got to work to get you endorsement deals. Otherwise, he ain't getting paid.
No doubt, yeah.
Yeah, because like for me coming up, it was always like 15%, and I never had sponsors.
Right.
Like never. Like I think Tap Out gave me a free pair of shorts once.
And so what do you pay the 15% for? Basically, they took a call from the promoter, asked you if you take the fight, and then all of a sudden they're getting paid.
Yeah, and also they never like, again, because I was like, I only had a year to like get ready. Like my fights, like it was like they weren't like trying to like hook me up and like give me a fight that was going to be like a tune-up fight.
Oh,
They're like, hey, this guy wants to fight. All right, I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then who is it? Oh, Rico Rodriguez.
Yeah.
God damn it.
No, you were unfortunately put on the B side. Quite a bit.
Every fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like again though, I didn't have like, I had a good coach, but I didn't have like a fucking manager.
I mean, as much as we thought the game and the sport was more developed then, I was still looking back. It was still kind of Wild West.
Not kind of, bro.
I mean, for you especially, for
Bro,
me a little bit.
I fought in Louisiana, and like you had to bring the gloves that you were gonna fight in, and not me, but another person that was fighting. The gloves that the guy, his opponent, brought in were like those fucking bag gloves that have like the bar in them.
Yeah.
And he's like, are these okay with you? And the dude was like, yeah, they're fine. I was like, can I see those? He's like, yeah. He showed him. Like I looked down. I was like, the fuck? Like you might as well give the dude a roll of quarters to put it. Like you're gonna let him use these? He's like, yeah, why not? I was like, all right, bro.
I fought in my
That guy
pro
got
debut.
knocked the fuck out.
Let's say how'd that fight go? Yeah.
My pro debut was Louisiana, in Kinder. It was like at a rodeo arena, so it smelled like shit the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, manure.
Yeah.
And Rico Rodriguez was oddly enough the main event,
Nice.
and he submitted some guy with knee on back.
Oh, what?
High level opponent.
High level opponent, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. No, I fought when I fought in Louisiana, it was in Blacken Stadium.
What town is that?
Yeah, I don't know, but it was like
Blackened.
It was like it was like
It's been absorbed by the ocean since then.
yeah. Just,
Poseidon took it.
yeah. I also got paid with like I talked about this before. I got paid in like a roll of like $20 bills.
Dude,
It was $1,000.
yeah, nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Does the guy suck? That one? Reached out.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Pulled it out of his. He was like Don King's like apprentice or like he's like
Same hair.
Yeah. And he like threw me like a roll. He's like, good job. And then yelled at my buddy TJ because he finished the fight in like 30 seconds.
Oh, Wahlburger.
Yeah.
I was so stoked after my pro debut. I woke up the next day and drove off, and I forgot to get my money. And,
They didn't give it to you the night before?
Nah, or I didn't get it. I don't know. I was just too excited. Dude.
Yeah,
So I called the promoter, turned around, met him at a gas station, and got my money.
Yeah. So the worst though is when you get paid. You got there, you put on a good show, you get paid. They give you the check, and they're like, "Don't cash it till Tuesday."
That's yet to happen to me.
And then it happened to me. And then you go to catch it on Tuesday, that motherfucker bounces, and you're like, "Oh."
Well, so I won 4 amateur fights. Then I won my first 8 pro fights. So the first time I lost, they gave me my money. And it's just 1 check as opposed to 2 checks.
Yeah.
I'm like not accustomed to that yet. I go, you really got to win. That's important. Yeah, go home. We got to get another job.
What was
That wasn't clear when
your
you
first?
started.
You don't have to share this information, but how much did you get paid your first pro fight?
500.
Jesus Christ, bro!
What?
I got 100 and 200.
Well, you got a bigger win bonus than you did for the show money.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
strange. Yeah.
it was pretty wild. We were
that's how they do it. That's how they.
Dude, here's the crazy part: is the money hasn't gone up that much.
we were just
No.
talking to Casey though. Back in the '90s, she said she got like $1,000 for
because
like,
there
a
was
fight.
no female MMA fighters.
Whoa.
It's like a huge deal. Like I would have kissed the promoter on the mouth if I would have got $1,000.
I was
Man.
so jealous. He's like, I barely got open bar.
We got like a Tito's and soda, but
They cut him off after 3 drinks.
No, if when I was an amateur, so I was undefeated as an amateur too, except for losing to fucking Tim. Tim was like 7-0 as a pro, 8-0 as an amateur,
Yeah.
fighting him in a fucking gym at Fort Benning.
dude.
But all my amateur fights, it was always like most of them it was like open bar, and I was getting paid, bro. They should have just gave me like $300 because I
I've been
was
cheaper than your.
Oh yeah, bro. And I would go up and get 2 drinks, and then I'd take like a drink to some girl that I was like
Yeah.
hollering at. So I didn't get. It wasn't me that just got free drinks. It was some sleuts too.
Yeah.
I was young. I'm more mature now.
Way more mature, for sure.
Well,
As you can tell.
Yeah, let's get. Oh, okay. Hold on. Anybody else that's coming up? Because you said.
Okay. So
I want to give these guys shine because they're
March
they're working hard.
22nd, San Antonio Fury. We got like a lot of our best guys. CJ Dismore, 2-0 amateur at 155. Dallas Dodd, 4-1 or 5-1 amateur going pro debut.
Nice. Good luck, dude.
Cade Foradori, 2-1 amateur. I actually am going to Fogo de Chao tonight with him because
Nice.
I've got to deal with all my guys. If they finish a fight via body shot KO, then I owe him Fogo.
So wait, he's 2-1-1.
No, I'm sorry, 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. I
Yeah.
thought you said 1. I was like, what was a draw?
No, and then we've got
My man's doing everything. It's
Mo
amateur.
Oropeza. He's an 0. He was like a awesome amateur. Had 2 really tough pro fights, so he's 0-2, trying to get that first W. And then Shane Keefe, a guy that came here from AKA, trained with Islam the past 6 years. He's a bad mofo, and he's 3-0 as a pro.
Nice.
And
So it's a pro-am, the
Yep.
Fury. Is it, there are a lot of fights on the card?
yeah, tons.
That's awesome.
We'll be
Because
there all day.
yeah, well, you
Is it
get
at Cowboys?
Yeah.
Are you, so
bro,
you're saying you're not
Cowboys
gonna
is the
skip
dopest
prelims?
place.
It's a great venue.
Yeah,
there.
Cowboys is awesome for MMA fights because like it's on that rodeo side, right? It's like
Yeah.
cool. They set up like you could. There's good seats everywhere. You can be up top and like
Top,
seeing. It's
yeah.
dope.
I've seen some good fights there. I
Yeah.
saw Pete Spratt versus Tim Means. Yeah, that
Was
was,
that
a good
Fury?
one. That was no, you know what? That was Legacy, I think.
Oh,
Because Legacy used that spot too.
yeah.
I saw McKenzie fight there one time.
Really?
I think it was under Fury at the time.
Okay.
This is like 8 years ago,
They
maybe.
do
actually fought for
jujitsu in
them.
there too. Like it's dope. It's like
Really?
a great venue.
Yeah.
Also, though, it's weird when you see the dirt still.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, they have rodeos.
When
in
you
here.
look on like the
legit.
dark side that's
Yeah.
like not lit up and nobody's over there.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So, anyways, but it's cool because it's like spread out where you're going to be able to have a little bit of a break.
And I'll take Kyle, Jason, at least one other coach. So I might not corner every single one of them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You need a corner the dude that's 0-2,
Yeah.
right? Like that guy's got to we got to get him over that hump.
Got to give him that dub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if he's like working hard, like, and you get 2 rough fights, like that sucks. But also, he's already experienced that,
Right.
So now, he gets this W, he's gonna be off to the races.
He's revamped his training. tightened down some stuff, changed his diet. Like there's a lot of improvement. So he's kind of a new fighter. We purposely took a long break after that second loss to get back on track.
Was it close?
First one, I think he lost a decision. Second one, would he get finished? I don't remember. It was a while back now.
Yeah, that's good. So he's going to be completely different then. So this guy's fighting's looking at old film. It's not going to be the same fighter.
Right, exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, good luck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Good luck to all those guys.
Thank you.
It's not easy. Being a fighter's rough.
It's much easier being the coach.
Yeah, bro. They're cutting weight. You're eating McDonald's.
Yeah. So Sean, that fought this past weekend. So he fought at 170. He started the week out at 196.
Oh my God.
Overcut to 168. And not one time did he ever ask for our help or bitch about anything. Just consummate professional. Was on weight the morning we had to go to the weigh-ins. We didn't have to do anything.
So Sean, don't watch this. What do you think the switch is going to be like, and you as a coach, right? This is for coaches out there. If you have a guy who's killing it as an amateur, he's murdering everybody. Sorry for everyone who fought him. What is that switch going to be for you to be like, hey bro, it's ready. It's time. Let's do this.
What do you mean for pro?
Yeah.
Just more time in the cage. I want him to get a belt. That's what I want for a lot of my guys is to win an amateur belt, be coming off of a win streak, and just more time in the cage. And that time, it might not produce much resistance. He might get a belt and smoke a few other guys, but hopefully somebody might be able to defend one of his takedowns, or shoots a takedown on him, or punches him once, or something like that.
Maybe actually try to fight him.
Yeah, but none of that stuff has yet to happen.
I've never been taken down in an MMA fight.
Really?
So it might not happen. Oh, sorry, Tim. Tim took me down.
Okay.
You didn't pull guard?
It wasn't a real fucking takedown.
Wasn't a guard pull?
Yeah.
What was it?
What's that?
He didn't take me down. He knocked me down.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And then just punched you in the back of the head a bunch of times.
Anyways, so I was just curious because again, you never want to see your guys lose, but you want them to experience everything.
I don't mind a decision law. I just don't want him to get knocked out. I don't want that to. But sometimes that might even be helpful as well to help them overcome that fear of like what could happen.
As long as it's not like a rough one, like fucking Dan Henderson to Michael Bisping.
Right.
That was so rough. Or that Michael Bisping Vitor Belfort, like juicy Vitor
on that card, dude,
through that spinning back kick. That's so terrifying.
With Bisping, it was the roundhouse. Rockhold was the spinning back kick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they both, it was not good for either one of them.
No,
I signed posters with Vitor at that UFC, and I was just like, it was juicy Vitor with a mohawk, and I was like, I can't say anything to this guy.
hey, Vitor, Jesus, right?
Vitor cornered against me one time too.
Nice.
Pre-USADA, obviously, and his guy had a similar build.
Obviously.
Oh, did you win?
Negative.
Do you think that?
But I had a good third round.
Yeah, there you go. Do you think if Vitor wouldn't have been in his corner, like, did that scare you a little bit? Like, if I beat this guy, maybe Vitor's going to come try to get this back.
No, it was Vitor and Henry Hooft. It didn't bother me. You go into fights really confident. Yeah. So it's almost like when you lose, you're like, how did that happen?
Vitor's in his corner. I don't want to beat his student and then him want to fight me.
And no, that'd have been fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have. I just would have.
Okay. Yeah, let's anyway. Yeah. Vitor. No one wants to fight you.
Let's make that clear.
Yeah. Especially now that you're on all the TRT.
Dude, so he fought Jacare in a boxing match, right?
Yeah, weird.
Did he lose that?
I think he won that.
Okay.
Yeah, but also like why Jacare? Like I would rather see those dudes do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like boxing cool, but like jiu-jitsu, like both you guys are savages. Like that would have been do that now.
There's no money in jiu-jitsu though.
That's a good point, Zach.
That's true. They probably got paid a couple $1 million to
box,
or kickboxing. Like I think Vitor's a way better boxer. Like I'd like to see Vitor versus like Tyson. That'd be cool.
I kind of don't because Vitor already fought Evander Holyfield and beat the brakes off him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think some of these like the older head like boxer dudes now are like they get in there. It's like a glorified sparring session. Yeah. Vitor's like no.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want that for Tyson. Tyson already went against Roy Jones Jr.
Yeah.
And that's actually kind of a cool match.
Yeah, it's nostalgic, right? Like nobody's going there to see like a barn burner fight, but it's like cool. It's like whenever fucking Mayweather fought that dude in Glory or in Japan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He was just like actually a guy that he was bigger than, and just
Yeah, that guy
smoked him.
cried afterwards like he expected to win. Like you're fighting the best boxer of all time.
And that guy's a kickboxer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
speaking of fights.
Fights.
UFC 298, Volkanovski versus Topuria.
Old man Volk.
We'll go through. Yeah, we'll go through. Like, also that shit was hilarious.
That was so good.
where
Volk
that.
he's got real like comedy in his blood, like good comedic timing, good acting. That whole video where he's talking to the neighbor and the neighbor's yelling at him.
Yeah. Did you see whenever he was talking about his daughter who was like, Dad, like, will you check the window or what happens if this happens? And he's like, I'm the world champion. Like, I'll take care of it. And she's like, what if it's Islam? Bakachev. And he was like,
That was funny.
yeah. So Anthony Hernandez versus Roman Kopylov. I like Kopylov has been kind of running through people, but Hernandez is a dog and he's got good takedowns. Like I was like, no one's really tried to wrestle Kopylov yet. And Anthony Hernandez submitted Rodolfo Vieira. So like I was like, oh.
And I thought that might have been a bit of a fluke, just Rodolfo was just so big for that weight class, and he was kind of tired. But after seeing, I think I'll call it, his nickname's Fluffy, right?
Yeah.
After seeing him win this past fight, I'm like, okay, this kid's super legit.
I don't think Rodolfo should be fighting at 185.
205er.
Yeah, I think though, like he gasses, and it's not because he doesn't train, because he's fucking jacked. I think it's just too much for him.
Yeah. Or lift less weights. And like, I mean, because his frame is huge. He's only like, he's not a tall guy.
Yeah, what you just said didn't compute.
Lift less weights.
I don't understand what that is.
Okay, cool.
Those are the only workouts that Pat does. His whole goal is to not sweat when he's at the gym. So he just like picks up a few big weights. I'll give him that, and then puts them down.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old as shit, bro. Anyways, so with the Anthony Hernandez versus Kopylov, I thought that Kopylov was kind of doing the damn thing for the first round because it ended in the second round. Yeah, I thought I thought he was kind of piecing Anthony Hernandez up, and then Anthony Hernandez got him down, and it was kind of second time he got him down was kind of all she wrote. Because Kopylov, I think they said at that time it was like Hernandez was 0-8 for takedowns.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like it was rough.
He's just a gamer though. He's a young guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got cool tattoos.
Good
He's kind of got
tattoos.
that. He's got that like Mexican blood in him, so he's a dog,
Right.
bro. Like
Seems like he's just got a good demeanor, like he enjoys fighting. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Good fight though.
Good fight.
Yeah, it was a good opener for that. And like this card was like so far under the radar. Like
So good.
Yes, I saw it on Instagram like probably like 3 weeks ago, and I I screenshotted it and like remade a post about it. Like, who knew that this was happening?
Yeah.
Like insane.
Well, I think for a lot of casuals, those names aren't as well known. But I love, I like to keep up with the 185ers, so I'm big into it.
Yeah. Well, those guys savages. What about the next one? I'm sorry, this guy's a savage and I should know his name, but the Marab.
Oh yeah, I said his
Devilish
name multiple times
Bill.
as John Anik was saying it, and I'm like, I know how to say this guy's name now, and now I have no idea.
Yeah. So Marab, we'll keep it there.
there's Triple C.
Deveshwali or whatever it is.
Ooh.
Was that
Ooh,
close?
that
I
sounded
feel like
pretty
it
good.
was.
Deveshwali. We'll
go
keep
with it.
versus Henry Cejudo. So I
don't like Cejudo. I'm happy with the fight. Couldn't have gone better, and I like that Cejudo like. Afterwards, they're asking Dana about giving Cejudo some time on the mic, and Dana's response is, listen, Cejudo already did the whole thing. He's laying his gloves down and retiring. This is Marab's moment.
so yes.
Cejudo seems a little entitled to me.
I don't think he's training as hard as he should be training, bro.
Probably not.
I think that he's like, I was all these things. No one's going to be able to out wrestle me or strike me. So he's kind of coasting. And like,
The hunger's not there anymore.
yeah,
you
well,
mean.
no, I think he put it right. I think it has nothing to do. I think he's like, I'm this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, I should just win because I have all these abilities, and he's not putting in the work
Right.
because he gassed in the second round.
No, he's definitely
done.
not training the same way he did for the rematch with Demetrius Johnson or TJ Dillashaw. It's not the same dude.
No.
His I saw a stat on his takedowns from his first several fights to the last two, where he didn't get taken down at all, unless maybe DJ took him down one time. But the last two fights, he's been taken down, I think, 9 times.
Yeah, well, the Devesh Wally guy, wrestling, sick.
Yeah.
And he never gets tired. I wish that fight would have been a 5-round fight because Cejudo wouldn't have came out in between the 4th and the 5th
Did you
round.
hear Marab? He's best buds and teammates with Aljo.
Yeah.
They did 3-5s in the back before, and like not 3-5s shadow boxing around, but they pretty much did a hard 3-5s MMA before his fight.
Oh, just getting ready for
Yeah,
the title fight.
That was his warm up.
Yeah. That's fucking terrifying. Also, the guy seems like a great guy.
Yeah, seems awesome.
Yeah, like he seems like a super nice guy, and so it's hard for me to bet or to root against someone who's not like an American wrestler. Like I always want them to win,
Yeah.
but for this one, I was like, "Come on, Devesh Wally, get this shit done."
What's his country of origin? Is he Georgian?
Georgian.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
and now he lives it like he wears the, he
Spanish
has
It
like
doesn't
this,
sound like he's from the South, but
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. You're supposed to.
Not that Georgia.
Stupid.
Yeah, no, but like when he picked Henry Cejudo up in that double legged and walked him across,
Yeah.
looked for I think Mark Zuckerberg and then double legged him.
Right.
I was like,
Speaking of Zuck, did you see the video of him when what's his face? Volk is taking off all his stuff and handing it to his corners.
Yeah.
And Zuck's like sitting there trying to like
there's a
Yeah,
meme out there that's like when you're when the purple belts invite you to open mat and you're a white belt, and it's like,
that was good.
yeah, I just thought he out wrestled him. His striking was better. Like I wish Cejudo would like get that fire in him again, but I think it's the same thing with like Connor. Like I don't want to see Connor fight again. Like I want to see the hype, which is cool, but I don't want to see him get back in there.
Right.
Like let these dudes who are like up and comers like build their name, but no one's like, okay, Michael Chandler, Connor, let's do that one. That's
Yeah.
fine. But other than that, like
So do we have? Would it be Marab versus? I guess O'Malley has Cheeto Vera next.
yes,
But I wonder. I would assume
Marab's
Marab's got
next.
the next.
Marab's after that.
Cool.
Which Cheeto beat.
O'Malley in the first fight.
Yeah, but
broke
it was
his
like
leg or something with a low
injury, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be different. But Ian Gary, what's that dude's name? Like Ian Machado Gary. Like
Kick. He married a Brazilian chick and took her last name. Is that
He hyphenated. Hyphenated.
right? Hyphenated. That's even
versus Jeff Neal.
worse. Well, we're big Jeff Neal guys.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I used to train with him. Awesome dude.
I remember when he came to Team Took for the first time. I didn't know who he was. He was just like a young up and coming legacy fighter, and I might have taken him down, but I couldn't keep him down.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a problem. I'll just kickbox him, and he might have hit me with like 3 straight lefts. And I was like, oh, this guy is good.
Yeah, so he used to come to Fort Hood and train,
Yeah.
and like he would have trained with like Colton and them. So like his takedown defense like was super good. Like he would just work back up, and you'd be like, damn it,
He's so strong.
I'm so tired now.
Yeah.
His
And it was-
dad I think is retired sergeant major in the Army or something.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah. Good family.
It was wild. We did some training trips up in Dallas. We went to it's a lot of the guys that are at Fortis now.
Yeah.
It was previously Octagon MMA. And we went out there, and this was when Jeff was still working at Texas Roadhouse. He wasn't in the UFC yet, but he was still a chain smoker. So we would go into like a diner or something and have breakfast after like a hard training, and he would go in there and order and then go back out and just ripping cigs. Incredible cardio.
How are you fighting and smoking like that?
Yeah, I mean, I
Crazy.
think that was a thing in the past, but still, it's kind of crazy because he was still, being ultra successful then.
Also, the Ian Gary stuff.
Okay, so here's one of the biggest things that I noticed during this fight is Ian Gary's 6'3", tall dude, right? 74-inch reach though, which for a guy that's 6'3", once it got in my head, I couldn't stop like noticing how short his arms were. Just rewatch it. Tell me that guy doesn't have T-Rex arms.
The thing is like he seems like I like the we talked about the Machado Gary thing stuff with his wife. He seems like a really nice guy.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah, like he seems like a super nice guy, and I feel like he's getting taken advantage of, and people need to stop like this. Like he needs to get out of that situation. But he seems like again, like you hear him his interviews and stuff. Like he seems like a sweetheart. I just feel bad
This
for him.
is where we
You elaborate
go
on
like
that.
this.
What do you
I think
mean?
that guy sounds like the biggest douche. Maybe because I'm such a big fan of Jeff Neal, but I also like Neil Magny and he beat him and talked a bunch of shit. I just don't like that guy.
So I don't know a lot about.
I get it. You're a huge fan and you want him to be champion.
none of that's true.
Second time I walk out on this podcast.
No, none of that's true. I'm just saying,
Out
like,
again.
I feel bad for him because, like, I think he's in a horrible situation, and
Yeah.
like his wife wrote a book about how to like seduce younger athletes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
Is she
and-
older than him or something?
Yeah,
Or-
she's super old.
You got Sean
Okay.
Strickland crapping on him. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a fun position.
No, everybody was kind of shitting on him.
Yeah.
And again, though, but he seems like an all right guy. I feel
Yeah.
bad. Well, we'll move on.
Okay. Well, to that fight, he, I mean, great performance by him. I think it was, I would have liked, so he kind of backpedaled out and had good responses every time Jeff attacked and then got out again, right? Whenever I see that, a guy that's constantly backing out, and you're having a hard time, I mean, this is what I tell my guys, and something I have to learn myself. If you're constantly trying to be the bull, a la Jeff, trying to attack the whole time, this guy is a really good matador. Back off a little bit and let him come to you. That will make him have to be a little more aggressive.
If you look at all of Jeff Neal's losses lately, though, they're all to dudes that are like backing up. And he's having a hard time closing that distance. And I don't know what the answer is that, because I don't think he's that, like, I don't think Jeff Neal on his back foot is fun to watch.
Right.
Like, I think Jeff Neal that like wades through danger and just tees off is the right Jeff Neal.
Sure.
But like, I think that they, like, again, like, Jeff's an awesome dude. He's been super nice to me every time I've seen him. I don't know though what the next step is for him, because he fought Ian Gary, who backed up. He fought Wonderboy Thompson, who backed up, and there was somebody else who just kept backing up, and they just kind of move back and then kind of piece him up. But like,
Right.
Jeff, and he doesn't. It's not like he's loading up his punches or anything like that. Like, I don't know what he needs to do to be able to close the distance. Maybe it's something with like a Michael Chandler explosive, like,
Yeah, all three of those
moving
guys
forward.
you named, super tall as
Yep.
well, right? I mean, that's a good question. You got to learn, I don't know, some different entrances for your attacks, whatever fit-ins. But, I mean, for me, a lot of time, I think it would have worked well for me when I was fighting. I think it works well just in sparring with my guys, is take a few steps back and entice them to kind of start some of the action.
Yeah.
And you can't do that the whole time, but
Yeah.
you also can't keep plodding forward for 15 minutes and not have somebody in your ear, hey, do this now, try this.
you might have to like tie Jeff Neal to like the cage to keep him from doing that, because my man moves forward and just throws bombs, bro.
That left hand.
Yeah,
that
and
left kick.
again, like it's not like he's mad in there. Like, that's his game. Like, he moves forward and he's gonna hit you with.
Well, he's got good
everything.
head movement, good parries, so he can kind of wade in on stuff. You know?
I like Michael Chandler. Like, Jeff Neal's a little bit shorter for some than the guys he fights, but like, you look at Michael Chandler, like, that dude don't care. Like, he's so explosive. So maybe it's that, like maybe getting that down, like that closing of the distance and then coming back out, because my man just walks forward.
Yeah. But I mean, again, Jeff is doing that. Is doing it pretty intelligently. Chandler, awesome. Love his fights. But what's his record recently? I mean, it's not great, right?
Horrible.
Yeah.
My man needs a win.
He's in a
like
lot of
that.
exciting fights. Good thing he's probably popular enough to get paid a flat fee to where it's not fight and win bonus. But
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm just making the point. Like, if Jeff can close that distance and land those shots, it's rough for everyone.
yeah, big time.
Yeah. Speaking of rough, Whitaker versus Costa. Ooh,
How smooth was that wheel kick at the end of the first? I mean, no wind up, nothing.
bro.
Just launched.
They asked Whitaker, like, "Hey, so how was that kick at the end of the first round?" He's like, "What kick?" Bro, you're still concussed. You know he kicked you.
I like both. Like Costa took a little while to grow on me, but he's actually pretty funny, I think. And Whitaker, those New Zealand, Australian guys are just—they've got good humor.
I don't like Costa.
You don't? Yeah.
He's too handsome.
yeah.
Like, my boy's a dime. I have him. Stop fighting.
What are you
Go
doing
be a
here?
model.
Yeah. Him and Rockhold,
Oh,
it's a hot fight.
oh yeah, yeah.
Almost got
Charge extra for that one, huh?
Yeah. Yes, you're right. The Rockhold Costa, you're like, there's 20 cents in there right now. We got 2 dimes.
You know what, though? I mean, that's, now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of similar. Like, it was Costa trying to push the action, trying to push the pace, and it was Whitaker, hitting these shots and evading.
Yeah, and then all the kicks the stance that Whitaker stands in, right? Like it's like a little more of like a defensive, like wrestler. Like he's more been over like a la like Uriah Faber back in the day.
Yeah.
But like his hands are low. But anytime someone throws a shot, he's like, "I'm out, bitch,"
Yeah.
and then it fucking comes
He's so
back.
fast.
Yeah, and so he fought Colton.
Oh yeah.
Like at 170.
Yeah.
And beat him, and he's like, "I'm going to 185, bitches."
Rough for Colton. I think he went to 185 after he fought Wonder Boy, got knocked out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was the weight.
Right.
Like, again, though, like if Whitaker fights the way that he fought against Costa, like it's rough for everyone,
Yeah.
right? Like,
And, when he lost to Izzy, he was more, I feel, the offensive guy.
yes.
And Izzy was playing back.
So also the thing, the two that like Whitaker's is he's had like 6 knee surgeries or 3 knee surgeries.
Oh,
like,
wow.
He's got really bad knees. And it's one of like he throws that front stepping kick to people's knees. It's like, that's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right at all.
Not cool.
Yeah, you got
should
bad
know-
knees,
you
bro.
should
You
know
know how
better.
shit it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
I don't know what that does. I feel like the middleweight division is real funky right now because Strickland's out. The current champ just beat Whitaker. Costa was kind of building his way up, but now he's kind of set back a little bit. So I don't know what's going to happen there. But like I said, I love paying attention to that division.
Yeah, well, Duplessis and Whitaker would be a great fight.
But he just beat him.
Oh, Duplessis beat Whitaker. It was
Yeah.
close though, right? Like,
No, he knocked him out.
oh,
with like a jab.
that's
Whitaker
right.
kind of ran
yeah.
into it.
Yeah, also though, like, okay, cool, have him fight again.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
who else? Who's next? Brunson? Not Brunson. What's his name? No, Brunson. Yeah. Like again, like it's wide open that division. I feel like it's like the heavyweight division like 10 years ago.
Well, Izzy's got to step back in there at some point as well.
Bro, I thought that was going to be the main event of UFC 300. But it is
Oh, you hear what they I
Jamal
guess,
Hill versus Piella.
Oh, that's great.
That's the
But they
fight.
were talking about one of these Saudi fights after 300, Izzy versus Hamzat. Which for the most part, what I've read on the interwebs, it's like it was unintentionally announced.
I don't want to see that fight.
You know?
No.
How do you see it going?
Not good for Izzy.
Yeah. I feel like Hamzat, if he's not going to finish you early and you got some sprawl and brawl tactics, I feel like somebody's going to smoke him.
So my problem is, I think Hamza fought Gilbert Burns at 170.
Yeah.
Right? He cut a lot of weight for that, and he still had a really good gas tank. Hard to take Gilbert Burns down, though.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between Gilbert Burns' takedown defense and takedowns than it is between Izzy's. The thing that worries me is Piella took Izzy down,
Right.
and it wasn't pretty.
Uh-uh.
Hamzat gets his arms around you. It's a struggle. And I don't want to see Izzy, after getting knocked out like that, come back in and fight somebody like that.
Yeah, I don't want to see him get ragdolled by Hamzat either.
Yeah, I just think it's just not, it hurts my heart on that one. I don't want to see it.
Because you're a big Izzy fan?
I'm not an Izzy fan.
Yeah, cool. I get that.
Yeah, like I like watching him fight. I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
The Piella fights, like I got fucking amped for, bro. Like I was like all in. I would really like to see Piella versus Izzy at 205.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, like I don't want to see Izzy fight a wrestler.
I saw a recent IG post of Pereira train with Steven Seagal, so
Uh-oh.
you can expect something big as this
I hate
fight.
everything you just said. Everything. PAS, Steven Seagal, training, all of it sounds horrible to me.
All right,
I'm
main
sure it's gonna
event.
be super effective.
Yeah, main event.
Be a great fight.
Ilya Taporia versus Volkanovski.
I like Volk so much. I was going Volk. Maybe like we talked about this previously, right? Might have come back a little too soon after the high kick KO.
100% he came back too soon.
Yeah.
So he got cracked. He
I mean,
got
it
hit
was a
with
clean
shot.
right hand.
Yeah. But that's the problem. Like you have to, again, we talked about learning from like the Trailblazers, like
Yeah.
you Trailblazer in Texas, your fighters need to learn from you. How about Volkanovski learns from the dudes who have CTE now and takes like 6 months off?
Yeah.
Because that Islam knockout wasn't like a flash knockout. You were out, bro.
That was a shin.
Yeah, and you just got put out again from a shot that shouldn't have put you out.
See, that's the part where I think it might have put him out already, but it probably wouldn't have been as destructive on his brain.
I want to see Topuria fight Max Holloway now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we already have Max and Gaethje lined up,
Also, stop it.
which I don't want to see that one. I
No,
like both
I
those
don't.
guys.
I don't want to see that.
I want to see Gaethje versus Islam and Holloway versus Topuria.
I want to see Max Holloway not against 155 pounders.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that story, and I'm not super pumped about it.
What'd you think about Topuria's performance up to that point? I mean,
I thought he was losing.
yeah,
I didn't think
he was doing the action. Volk was sliding out and hitting him pretty good.
I was standing up pacing during that. I was in a bar, and I was like walking back and forth, like freaking out. Like, bro, anytime like there's I love Volk, right? Anytime I got a fighter like that, I really want to see win. Like Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva.
Ooh.
When Anderson Silva triangle choked him,
Yeah.
the 5th round, that whole fight, I was walking back and forth, and I like both of them.
Yeah,
I was stressed out, and I was going to be pissed whoever won.
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
was
he
good. I
threw
remember
that triangle
exactly what
choke on it. I was
watching.
like, bro, he's not even on the neck. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
And then he goes out.
Yeah, and kind of the same thing with this one.
no,
like,
Chael won't go out. Chael's going to tap.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
He's
Chael
not-
went out, man.
He's not a dog. He didn't.
Chill
he
went
tapped.
out that fight.
No,
He
he didn't.
tapped. I
tapped.
remember watching it because I was
All
like,
of his armbar, he's been almost tapped.
yeah,
early
because
in
he
some of
talks
these.
about. He's like, I tapped, and I thought they were gonna stand us up. Shut up, Chael. No, but so no, Topuria versus Volkanovski. Like, I don't not like Topuria. Like, I think he's a good fighter, but I love Volk, and
Yeah.
I said that before the fight even happened. I was like, he's coming back too soon.
And Volk has been so impressive thus far in all of his fights, and it was almost reasonable to lose to Islam at a weight class above. You're like, oh, okay, I get that. Islam is one of the best. High kick, he came on like 12 days notice. It was a short notice fight, but I expected much more out of this one. But with that being said, taking a lot from Topuria, just the way he feints the whole fight, how his hand combinations, how he's big on body, head, or head body.
He's got good takedowns, good kicks.
Yeah.
I think that's why I want to see Max. Like, I want to see Volk fight for the title again, but I don't want to see Volk fight for another year.
Yeah.
Like, he just got cracked twice in 2 months. My man needs to take a year off. Like, you got the money, you're fine, bro. Like, take a year off. Maybe do the Ultimate Fighter.
Do some funny YouTube content. I'm here for it.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
I'll subscribe.
TikToks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, like
More money in TikTok than UFC
yeah,
nowadays.
Yeah, listen. So take a year off. Like, train, do whatever you want. Maybe do one of those UFC Fight Pass Invitational jiu-jitsu
Ooh,
things.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, Craig Jones is your coach. That'd be cool, right? But like, let's not fight.
Yeah.
Take a year. I want to
Yeah.
see you fight again because I've watched you fight. But take a year.
Yeah, we're gonna get into like
Here's
I don't want to say any names, but just those fighters where you're like, you
Yeah,
talk
well,
to him, you see him
here's-
modern day, and
Yeah, bro. Here's what I'm worried about though. Now we're gonna put Max Holloway, who's a 145 pounder, against fucking a goddamn. He's gonna fight a fucking Volkswagen Beetle.
And Gaethje?
Gaethje's
Yeah.
just gonna take car wrecks to the face.
Right.
Like, I don't want to see that either.
nah,
Like, again, I've seen the story. You fought Dustin Poirier and you got beat up. Like, I'm sure, like, it's awesome that you're going to be on UFC 300 because it's historical, but, like, I don't want to see you get hurt, bro.
yeah,
Like, Max, top 3 favorite fighters, right? Like, I don't want to see you get beat up. And Poirier got dusted by Gaethje. So now you're going to fight Gaethje. You lost to Poirier.
the math doesn't always add up, but I get what you're saying. I
They're
don't wanna
both
see it.
strikers with good wrestling.
Right.
It's the same shit.
Yeah.
But you're right.
It's
the math
it's
doesn't add
funny
up.
how as a fan you can get so invested just by being a fan of this certain fighter to where you don't want to see him fight. Like, imagine being a fan, but you don't want to see your like favorite player play
Yeah.
because you're worried about him.
Yeah.
I think that's something that separates fight fans from other sports fans. Is like, because you kind of get that, you don't build a personal relationship, but you see them enough to where you get into their character, and
Like-
their personality.
Aaron Rodgers, Jets fan. Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles. Like, you better be back before the end of the year.
Yeah,
You don't need that,
right,
man.
exactly.
Like, he's okay. Like, let him take the year off.
Right. They don't give
Like,
a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, though, like,
A quarterback with a concussion, they're like, I hope he comes back next week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just motherfucker
some dirt in
drooling
it.
on himself, bro.
Take a salt tablet.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, again, though, like, it's one of those things. Like,
It's also different.
I want to watch fighters fight. I just don't want to see them fight after getting cracked 2 months before that. Like, we'll wait, bro.
Yeah.
And I know you want money, but like also like walking, like being able to remember your daughter getting married.
I
is
think
important.
his was he's got that thing of he's got to be in the gym, got to be active, got to have something on the horizon that he's reaching for. So he's got to figure out. I mean, that's every retired fighter's issue. I mean, that's a lot of military like that are getting out, not having like something that they're striving for.
Do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's like Lovato, right? Like he can't fight anymore, and then he's like, I'm just gonna do jiu-jitsu.
He's only
jiu-jitsu
retired a
before.
few times. Dude.
He's fighting Craig Jones March 3rd.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
No,
That should be fun.
Lovato finished. Not to finish. He finished his career by beating Gegard Mousasi, one of the best fighters ever at 205 or 185. Had the brain thing, called it quits, done. Then he's like, you know what? I got this offer in Japan. I think I'm gonna do that. And a few years later, dude, he's fighting in Japan.
He fought in Japan.
Yeah.
Was it for one?
It wasn't. It was some, I don't know, like more traditional Japanese promotion where he fought some undefeated Japanese guy out there and beat the crap out of him. But I went up there for that training camp and
That's cool.
was promptly injured by him. But luckily, I took one of my fighters with me to fill in. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Like, you want to be active, but also like we're worried about CTE now. It's such a big deal, but also some of it's on the fighter, right? Like you took a fight 2 months after getting knocked out, bro.
Well, that's why I'm wondering where like his coach, somebody around him should be stepping up. But that usually doesn't happen because that coach depends on him for money, which is why that's always such a tricky situation.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, like, again, some fighters are just gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking fight, right? Like, I don't like, it's a thing, right? Like, they're gonna be like, I'm fighting, don't care what you say. But like, also, like, again, like, this is one of those things where like you want to be able to remember your daughter getting married.
Yeah.
You want to remember the birth of your child.
It's hard to fathom that, like the real actual consequences of it, of being like, oh, I might be left with a stutter, or I might not be able to remember people's names. At the time, I think as a fighter, you just think, oh, nah, not me. I'll be fine.
Bro, that's
I
like,
take fish oil.
I got KO'd my first deployment in Afghanistan, like, bad. I got hit by an IED, and I was like, I'm done fighting.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was like, I can't fight. Like, I never been knocked down in an MMA fight, but like, I got hit in the head. I was like, I can't do that and do this. Like, it's too much. So I was like, I'm done. And I already had like probably 5 or 6 concussions from IEDs, none from fighting. But like, I was like, I can't risk this anymore. Like, I want to remember,
Yeah.
like, my daughter, like, growing up doing things. So I was like, I'm done. I'm out. Do I miss it? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You always miss it. You're never over that.
Although I haven't thrown a punch in like 4 years.
I'll hold pads for you sometime.
We're good.
Okay.
Pat's like, I don't need to do that.
You put a gi on, I'll let you hold pads for me.
Okay, deal.
Andrew's like, I'm never putting a gi on.
I just got a new orgy.
I was gonna say, Andrew just-
if you allow me to wear it on the mats here,
Is it
I'll
black?
do it. It is.
Can't wear it.
Can't wear it.
Shucks.
Yeah.
You told me you got a new gi, and I'm like, why did you get a gi?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it's cool. It's gonna make me train.
But you just can't train here, and they don't do gi at 10th Planet.
I'll go somewhere, dude. I'll go somewhere.
Travis
to
He's
allow
school.
me in.
He's just
Yeah.
gonna wear it around like his house.
No, I've got a white gi, dude. I'll wear it. I'll wear it.
Hey, do you think that sorry to go back to the fight? Do you think Volk was winning before he got knocked out?
It was pretty close.
Yeah.
To where you had the pressure, I feel like Volk was landing the better, kind of pot shots. Nothing of too much significance, though.
Yeah, but do you think this is a
Yeah,
yes?
Volk was winning the first round up until he got caught.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. It doesn't really matter though,
Right.
because you got knocked out.
Yeah.
But like, I think
And we know not everybody always wins the first round.
True. I was gonna say it. I was gonna leave that shit out of here. But no, I think Volk, like, give Volk a year. Take a year off, bro.
Yeah.
8 months, or at least just do 10 months. In a year from now, go fight again, but rest your brain.
Was this UFC 298 or was it 299?
298.
Okay, so we got 299 coming up.
Yes.
Sweet. All right.
299. And also, I think that card's fire too.
I expect another invite
Oh!
to the pod.
Bro, 299 is O'Malley versus Vera.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Big Cheeto fan, man. We used to send him stuff when I was on it. And then he became good friends with Action Bronson and was on a bunch of his episodes. So I became an even bigger fan.
Bro, Cheeto, also like, my man's doing the damn thing. He's got a beautiful family. I think one of his daughters has like a disability.
Yeah.
Always brings her in the cage. Like, my man, like a good fucking dude.
Ecuadorian immigrant.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Works hard by beating people up. Like, I want to see that dude succeed. Now, Sean O'Malley's a savage.
He's pretty darn slick.
Yeah, yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
And I thought like when Sean beat Aljo, I don't think Aljo's like Sean worked on his wrestling defense and like it worked out great for him. Cheeto ain't gonna take you down
No, Cheeto's trying to knock you out.
and kick your calf.
Yeah.
And Sean's got those tiny ass ankles.
They've both gotten a lot better since then. I feel
Yeah.
like Sean might have gotten better. More better.
More better? Do you think
Yeah.
you calling it Sean?
I can't say yet.
I will say who I want to win,
Yeah.
not who I think's gonna win.
Okay.
Maybe it's the same thing.
Which is
you never
who?
know. Cheeto.
Cheeto. Cool. Yeah.
I just like just a good ass dude.
Good fellow that Cheeto.
Yeah,
wanted
like
to win 'cause
also
you like
like when it was fucking Ian Gary versus Jeff, I want Jeff to win. I don't like Ian Gary. With all that being said, good episode, guys.
Good up.
Great episode.
Good up.
Thanks.
Yeah, hey,
Thanks
don't
for coming.
forget to
Hey.
SGR15. And what was that thing you drank?
SDR15, ketone IQ if you really want to get smart.
I need
or energized.
I need an IV of that shit.
Yeah.
Makes you more smarter.
Pat needs to get some.
Oh, goddamn. Have my back once ever.
That's not the fun of the podcast.
No, it's not. People just make fun of me. I go home and cry in the shower. Good job, everybody.
While using defense soap.
While I'm using my defense soap, I cry in the shower.
Good job, folks. Hey, you guys really did great today.
Thank you so
You
much.
I
did.
want y'all to know how proud of you
Your
are.
hair looks awesome.
Thank you. I put it back a certain way with this. It's really nice.
Does
Yeah.
look good. You should get a
Are you
hairband.
gonna get a? Are you gonna get a? What's that?
Hairband, yeah.
The-
Hairband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. What's the thing that the chicks wear? Not the hairband, not a full band, but it's just the.
No idea.
I don't know what you're talking
Next
about.
podcast, I'll have like a Kentucky Derby hat.
I don't know. It might not work. I don't think it's gonna work because we
you
tried to have-
only can wear like hats, like ball caps,
Uh-huh.
because of my headphones. Like he tried to wear his cowboy hat, which is a dope cowboy hat. It looks nice on
Oh,
you.
yeah. What happened?
But it won't fit
Doesn't
because
fit
it'll
over
fall
this.
off. Yeah.
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 Got that.
Yeah.
Why do you have a Kentucky Derby hat?
Oh, no. He was saying something about something. Did you say something like a women's hat or something?
No.
You said like some like women's like hairpiece.
No.
I
So
don't know what
So
you're talking
in my
about,
head
though.
went to a women's giant Kentucky Derby hat.
Got it.
You know
oh,
what?
one of those floppy ones,
Yeah.
bro. That we for the also
UFC 300.
Yeah, UFC 300. We're gonna do a
God,
fight
before-
companion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Here?
We here, not here,
think so.
but here.
Right.
But we need you to get one of those big floppy Kentucky Derby hats.
I'll have one for all of us.
Good idea.
I expect now it's expected. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
guys.
guess I let the cat out of the bag, but we're gonna do a
Screw it.
fight companion for UFC.
Now we have to. So.
We have to do it now.
Yeah, but also Andrew took his headphones off, so it's
right,
time
thanks,
to go.
Andrew.
Thanks, good job, everyone.
Andrew's leaving for the third time this
Like,
podcast.
subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.